What is up, YouTube? What is up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on my video and appreciate a lot if you subscribe to my channel and you put a like on it. And if you don't like the video, you put a dislike on it. Without further ado, we're gonna dive into this topic. You always gotta say no. You gotta understand that sometimes you gotta say no to her. In life, you're gonna have to say no to her for sometimes. See what I mean? That is when you're gonna understand that you're gonna have a healthy relationship. See what I mean? Because saying no to a female is healthy. Sometimes it's healthy. I'm not trying to say you say no all the time. When she says something or when she asks something, you gotta say no. Sometimes you gotta say yes, and sometimes you gotta say no. Because it's all about balance. And because it's all about balance, that's why you gotta know how to balance things. When to say no and when to say yes. That is why, as a man, even when she's trying to give you the vajayjay, sometimes you gotta say no to her. Because it's not a lot of men that say no to the vajayjay. And when you say no to the vajayjay, that is a very, very, very powerful thing for you to do when you say no to her and her vajayjay. Most men can do that. Most men are out here always say yes to her, no matter what she does, no matter what she says, and no matter what she does and say that is gonna compromise the man. See what I mean? Let's say you are out with your friends and she say to you that or maybe let's say you want to go out with your friends and she doesn't want you to go, but because you are too scared of what her reaction is going to be, you just say yes to her and you just compromise yourself. Sometimes you gotta say no for her to be attracted to you, because when you keep saying yes and yes and yes, she's gonna get bored. And that is a harsh reality of how life is. She's gonna get bored of the man who is always gonna say yes and yes and yes. And sometimes they shit test you without knowing that they're shit testing you. Sometimes they might ask you to go to your phone, and because you are scared, you just give her your phone, or anything that you don't want to say yes, but you just say yes just to please her. And subconsciously, because these women are not stupid, they just gonna realize that you are a sucker. You don't want to lose her, and you want to please her. You want to do everything, whatever it takes, just to keep her around. And that is the one thing that is gonna chase her away. See what I mean? That is why it's very important for you to say no to her. It's healthy. She's gonna respect you, she's gonna like you more, and she's not gonna wanna lose you. See what I'm saying? That's why sometimes in life, if you don't disappoint your woman, you're not doing a good job. Sometimes you obviously have to disappoint your woman just in order to get her to start increasing feelings for you. You gotta disappoint her. You gotta make her feel a certain way that she's not the boss around. You are the boss around. Because most of these men, they want to make her feel that she's the boss around, just so that they can keep her and they can make her feel comfortable. See, that's why the song for Future that he sang, "Bitch Don't Get Too Comfortable," it is real life. that is a very meaningful song, because you don't want her to feel too much comfortable. No, she can't feel too much comfortable. When she feels that, she get bored, and when she get bored, she tends to leave you. She's gonna leave you anyway, or maybe she's gonna cheat on you, and after she done cheat on you, she's gonna do everything so that you catch her cheating on you, and then you will be the one who will be filing for divorce, or maybe just get rid of her or cut her off. See what I mean? That's why you gotta understand that to say no is very important. Not just say no to a female. You gotta say, sometimes you gotta say no to everybody, not just female. Sometimes you gotta say no to your parent, no to your friends, no to your brothers, sisters. You gotta say no to everybody. The only person that you cannot say no is you. Only yourself. You don't say no to yourself. And what I mean by that, if your body, if you want some things that are not gonna be beneficial for you, that means that you are saying no to yourself directly. If you smoke weed, if you wanna smoke weed, or you drink and you party, or just doing things that are not gonna be beneficial for you, without any without any type of rewarding yourself because you did something that is necessary, or something that is gonna benefit you in the future, that that means that you are saying no to you indirectly. You know, you are the only person that you need to say yes to yourself all the time, maybe directly or indirectly. You know, when you say no to you about bad habits, that means that you are saying yes to you indirectly, to have a great life in the future. See what I mean? And when you say no to a female, that means that she understands that you have boundaries and you have standards, and she may feel some type of way right away, immediately, but next uh, in few hours or maybe a day, she's gonna understand that she's gonna start feeling more attracted to you. See what I mean? You know, most of y'all may hear this, but you may doubt, you may just believe that you may just doubt that it may not be the truth, but I guarantee you that this is a very, very harsh truth that you gotta understand, but it is a truth. That is why you do not need to say no all the time to a female. You know, saying no all the time to people, that means it maybe indirectly you're saying no to yourself, because you know they might propose you some useful things that are gonna benefit you, and you say no. See what I mean? That's why it's not always necessary to say no to all the time, or no. You gotta say no to some things that you believe that are not good to you. See what I mean? And when you keep saying yes, they gonna call you Mr. Yes. And when they call you Mr. Yes, you better believe that they see you as a sucker. And when they see you as a sucker, they're gonna use you all the time, all the time. They're gonna use you for money. They will use you for your time. When they are bored, they will use you for validation, just to make them feel better. But at the end of the day, they ain't never gonna care about you or anything about you. And you might die right away, and they're just gonna enjoy their life. And when they enjoy their life, they might just mourn you for a few hours, maybe a few days, and then they won't forget about you immediately or right away. See what I mean? That's why, as a man, when you say no to yourself, you gotta understand that you are saying yes to other people. When you say yes to other people, you are saying no to yourself. See what I mean? That's why when you say no sometimes to other people, they might hate you or they might say some type of shit about you, and that is when you gotta understand that you do not need to care or to give a shit about what they think about you. See what I mean? That is a most thing that is the thing that most successful people they deal with, to deal with what people think about you, because you say no to them. That is why it is very, very important for you to love yourself more, to not even a single day to say no to yourself. See what I mean? That's pretty much it, and that's a thing that I wanted to share with you guys. You really, really have to say no to things that you believe that cannot be beneficial for you. See what I mean?